Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fairhead Farm for the realistic farm crisis. Now, we are busy. We've got a lot of work to do. We've been very busy since we were last with this. We're going to have a look at some of the progress that we've made since we were last here. You'll notice that this field has been knocked down. We're making some late September hay. It's ready to go. Ready to rake up and ready to bale. But we're going to be doing it a little bit differently this time around. A little bit faster as well. We'll try and make a little bit of extra money because all this is pretty much all going for sale. With a buyer in mind already, so it's all about to be shipped off. But before we get to anything like that, look at the work that we did. This field's been drilled. We've got winter barley going in here. We've got 3 fields drilled now, well 4 actually. You can see the 3 stubble fields here, 1, 2, and on the 3 they're all winter barley ready to go, and then we turned the stubble field over there into grass. So that's done and dusted. I'm very pleased to have that all in. I feel because we've been direct drilling, we will have to be out with the herbicide pretty quickly, stopping the weeds coming through there. But for the most part, it's looking pretty darn good. I'm happy with it. Took a long time to drill, but we are all drilled up there, which is good news. So everything's been returned. That drill was really handy actually. Managed to get through it all, got into a bit of a knack with it. And yeah, all set. So there'll be the 3 fields. We'll see how they grow and see what that looks like over the year. Yeah, like I said, we've got liquid herbicide that we'll use to just keep those weeds under control. Something that do creep up quite a lot when you are direct drilling. And then yeah, we'll be good. So we're just gonna take the John Deere back down to the yard there. It's got the tether on the back. We need to, like I say, we need to rake up and we need to bale. Most of these, a large portion of these will be going away. And we'll be taking them to to sell. We've also taken on a bit of contract work as well as part of the deal, just to make ourselves a little bit more money. Because as you can see, it's not all looking that rosy there at the moment. We haven't sold any more gear yet. I'm trying to prevent us from doing that where possible. But this field of hay that we'll sell, plus the contract that we'll do in there, should give us a little bit of a benefit, a little bit of a kick up. So we'll have a look, see. There should be a lot of bales coming off there. Another good field drilled there. Yeah, I'm really pleased with them. So we'll follow that along, see how it goes. Probably will need some fertilizer on there as well. So we might get that done once we get this hay in, because that's going to be the last of it for us, really. We'll be in the position that we can get going and have a look, see. But for now, we're just going to creep our way around here. And then park this up. Now let's have a look at the little machine. It's a small machine, barely noticeable on the yard here, that we've had the assistance of. It's in the shed on its own because, well, it's filling up the shed. And it has been a beast. I've used it on the contract field that we're doing already, and we're about to go and get it used here as well. So that's gonna be rather fun. And here it is. You got the ginormous fence. This is the 936 or 930 Vario, and then this set of rakes on the back, which is never used this before actually, and it's pretty good. We'll flick the driving direction around. But yeah, a little bit unorthodox, but we are flying through the acres. So what we need to do, we'll fold her up and we'll just go and take ourselves to the field. It's a big field, but with this thing it shouldn't take too long to do. Then it's both fields are raked. We'll get the baler on in. It's gonna be big square just to help speed the job up even more. And then we'll be good. It is getting late on September, so I'd like to just have this all done. You'll see, curiously now, September now has a number 1 next to it. I haven't touched or changed anything, and I've been waiting for months to try and get seasons in, but lo and behold, it's decided to arrive. So we'll see if that actually comes to fruition. But yeah, I don't know what's happening with that one. I don't know if there's a mod conflict that was preventing it. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it and have a look, see, because that would have been really handy in months gone by. However, we can just get cracking along in this absolute beautiful machine. This is why we chose to plow this field over or drill this field in, because we still got the track to get through to the other one, which is very uneven actually. Wouldn't have made for good drilling. Lots of weird bumps and things like that. So we're going to leave the headlands until last. We're going to spin ourselves around like this so we can see, and then I'm going to go left, shift, and B, which is going to spin my seat around. All right. And there we go. So we do have GPS on this wee beast as well, so we're going to get that all set up. Probably aim so we can be somewhere in line with these. Now, there's also an opportunity to change direction. I think we've got right now to the outside, which means each of the two belts are going a different direction, which works out pretty well. And then we should be away to the races. Now, which way is it pushing it there? Oh, got set the wrong way. Outside, there you go. If we just jump out quickly, you'll see both of those two belts go a different way there, which will mean that we'll still get like 6 meters when we row up together there, but it won't leave really weird, awkward sized swaths. So this should work a treat. And we can absolutely horse it through here as well. Great speed. So we'll get this all rowed up. Plenty of dust coming off it still, as you can well see, and then we will bring in the baler. And we should be looking good. So not take us too long here to get this all done and dusted there, and then we'll be carting these away and stacking them probably tomorrow. We'll stack them in, just group them up into threes in the field here, but otherwise we're looking pretty good. Excited for this. And it's just going to mean that we can get a little bit more done, and we'll get some extra money coming in as well there, and allow ourselves to really kick on. Well then, we are nearly done with the rake, and we're just going around the headlands here to get this all tidied up. There's a lot of grass on this field up here, so should create an awful lot of bales, which is good. We'll get this all tidied up. We're going to take this one away and so kick it away from the fence line, and then there'll be one more where we'll just tidy everything up and stick it into the middle, I reckon, and get it all looking good. So two headlands, and yeah, we'll be all very handy indeed. And then bring in the big baler. We'll get this all done. So yeah, it's cracking along. It's not looking too bad. The other field's already been raked as well, the contract field, so we'll be able to jump straight on into that one as well, and make us some money. But yeah, I really want to get away from doing just baling at the moment, because we have so many fields that we need to kind of get on top of. So this is a good starting block for that. And then we'll see what we're looking like and reassess for the next coming up year. Whether or not we put anything else in, I don't know, but we will. Yeah, we've certainly got the capacity to do so. There's two more fields, smaller fields that have not been drilled with anything yet. And I've kind of left those at the moment just so we can figure out what that might look like. So if we need to, we could put those into grass and maybe convert a bigger field. I don't know, but certainly a plan. We'll get this done. And then we're able to move on and see what is up next for us. Alright folks, well, we are breathing in here at the moment because we're going up to the contract field to get that done first. We've got the big baler on the back here, and this road is a wee bit tight. Ooh, watch the trees. Here, as you can see, it's a little bit smaller field than the field that we're just in, but still, we'll get this all rattled out. We're going to go for the biggest bales that we can, the 240s, and then we'll get them all carted away as well. Okay, here we are. This is going to be tight. Let's hope for the best with this. Yeah, this is not going to be good. Hopefully that little cut will be enough. Oh, all right. Now, just the tiny matter of this ginormous baler behind us here, which is following us around quite nicely, actually. We'll worry about how we get out of here later on. But we're in, folks. We are in. Now, just make sure that we are on 240s. Excellent job. All right, before we go, well, here is our outfit. We have obviously got the big fence, but we're looking at the LB436 by Case. It's an absolute monster. Yeah, and this is what we're going to be bailing with. We'll get this all knocked out pretty quickly. Fire her up, lower her down, and away we go. This field as well is even worse in terms of how it's conditioned to travel around. A lot of big ruts and bumps in here, but it's road that was got this far, so it's looking okay. We'll get this field done. This field in itself with mowing, tedding, raking, baling, carting, worth about 9 grand all said. So there's a lot of money on the floor here. So that will really give us a bit of a boost. As I mentioned, we do have a trailer that we can still sell, should we need to. But ideally, if we can, I'd like to not sell everything off. You know, I'd like to keep our options open there. We are going to need grain trailers after all in a year, so it's best to keep something around and just see what those options look like. Okay, I'm not sure. We'll have to probably just tidy a few little bits up here, but anyway, we are baling. It'll be nice when we get into the longer drags of our field, just so we can really rattle through it and get it going there. But anyway, this will be all good. Let us know what you think in terms of how many bales we're going to make. We are going to sell, like I say, probably about 90% of those straight off. We'll keep a few more just in case, but there's going to be a lot going, which should be interesting to see what that looks like and get a little bit of extra cash flow coming in. And then silage bales will be sold when the market's best suited for those, which is probably going to be some point in the winter, which would make sense. And then, yeah, that'll be us. So we are going to just get this all tidied up here. Crack on with baling this field and then jump on down to start hours as well. Well, we're just going to tidy up around this little top end before we continue to make any more of the big pulls, but we're clearing the field. That's the main thing. And then this is probably where we're going to leave it here, is we'll just keep on going, get our way through here, and then really that's the last big push that we had to make. Everything else is looking all right right now, which is good, and hopefully we will be able to reap the benefits of this as well. So leave your predictions on how many bales you might have down below. To give you an idea from what we've done so far, we're at 7 bales for this field here. So not as many as I thought, to be honest, but you can multiply that out by the size of the field that we've got to go, which you can just about see over there on the far ground. And we'll get into that one and get this all done as well, and we'll be carting, stacking and moving on to other progress and other projects in the next week's update. So stay tuned this week. Sunday will be My Farm and Life coming out as usual, and then Monday there'll be a rather exciting update from all things Longford Farms, because there has been quite a bit of progress on there. So we'll bring you a little bit of update there, and we shall see you later. Until then, thank you very much for watching. As always, I hope you have enjoyed. Do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we will see you in the next one. Catch you later.